Today is the day that I'm going to test Michael and Casey from Pine Fire Fatwood. They sent me this sandy cookies and asked me if I would try them out and let them know what I thought. And today's the day. It's my day off, and I am going to go out and have a fire and use these sandy cookies. Now, the first observation I had, because I had gotten this package the other day, I'd ordered some Pine Fire Fatwood, and they sent me these sandy cookies with my order. And the first thing I had thought when I looked at them was they look kind of like a cookie that fell on the ground in the woods and kind of got some stuff stuck to them. So let's see if I can show you here what I'm talking about. Now, I am not a pro by any means of wood and the types of wood or bark or anything like that. But I have watched Michael's videos, and I know that they do river bark, birch bark, and I think cedar bark. Now, this one here is unfamiliar to me, so I'm going to guess that that's cedar bark. This looks like fatwood shavings, and as I can see now, this is a cotton pad, of a real thick one of some type. Or maybe it's two cotton pads together. Okay, maybe that's what it is. That's why he calls it a cookie. Because I think you can see the two layers right there. So let's point everything out here. This is what I think is cedar bark. These look like fatwood shavings or some type of wood. But definitely this little piece right there is fatwood. And then when you turn it around right there, it looks like two cotton pads. So it's some kind of a sandwich type thing. And then let me flip it over for you on the bottom. And that looks like more fat. That looks like fatwood shavings of something. Maybe some type of Vaseline or some kind of a vehicle to which these things are sticking to the cotton pad. All right, so let me pick it back up. Now, as you see, some of the stuff has begun to fall off of it. So what I think, and I noticed this the other day when I got it, because I just briefly looked at them, is I did notice the stuff was falling off. So, Michael, I think my first suggestion is, however you were gluing or attaching this, see, it's all coming off. However you were doing it, it's drying, and then it's letting go. So, that's my first observation. Michael knows I would be very honest with my evaluation. This is interesting looking stuff. I don't think I've ever seen this before. It feels like paper, kind of. So it's obviously some kind of a bark from a tree, which I don't recognize. Alright, so since it fell off, let's take a better look inside here at this cookie. Very interesting. Yeah, it looks like a little cookie that fell on the ground and got stuff stuck to it. But and that's of course a lovely piece of fatwood right there. So let's take a look since some of it fell off already. I'm not cheating. And then again, there's the bottom. And I feel bad because the stuff's coming off of it. I'm trying to stick it back in there, but like I said, whatever Michael used, I think it's drying and letting go of these things. I'm guessing these little fibrous things is jute twine, maybe. So here they are, up close and personal. You almost want to bite one of them. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go outside and harvest up some wood for the bonfire. Got several large chunks of wood in the fire pit. Not very many small things over there at all. So let's see how I do with this sandy cookie. Give it the rough test. And I saw Casey fluffed it up a little bit, so let's fluff it just a little bit. I'm going to stick it right there. There we go. So there it is. And that piece of wood was where one of the wicked knots was, where I was pounding away trying to baton that wood. And so I've added nothing. That's the way it came. And as you can see, those are some large pieces of wood right there. They've been sitting out inside of my house. I have a couple of small pieces here to feed it once it gets going with a little bit big. Okay, so let's get this thing lit. Here's my ferro rod, monster ferro rod, and my fire steel, or my striker. So let's see what happens. And it's off and going just like that. Wow. That's amazing. Alright, so I'm going to feed it a little more to be fair. Get a couple of pieces of stuff in there. burning like a champ. Pretty amazing. There, like I said, normally it would be much smaller wood sitting on top of there, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it this way and see what happens. That was pretty amazing. One strike and boom, it went right up. Now it's cooking. A flame, that wood is sizzling. Well, it's also kind of wet, I guess. But wow. Well, Michael, I would say that your sandy cookies are a massive success. And like I said, the only thing that I saw negative about them at all was that some of the stuff seems to have dried and fell off of them. So I don't know how you would amend that, since I don't know what your secret recipe is for your sandy cookies, but they are a success. I have not touched that fire since I lit up that sandy cookie. The extra wood is sitting on the edge of the fire pit. I didn't even add that yet. And so there you can see it. It's cooking right along. All right. Well, there you have it. That was my review on Michael from Pine Fire Fatwoods sandy cookies. I don't know what's in that thing, but it's a torch. One strike, up it went. The fire outside is still going, and it's been well over a half an hour now, so it definitely had no problem keeping that big chunk of wood lit. Success. Sandy cookies.